Hi, everybody. So this video is literally only for my personal page, my Facebook, family and friends. There are not many of you, so this is just to give you information and an idea of what's actually really going on over here. I know that some of you have noticed that I have started a new Facebook page. So I just wanted to give you an idea of what is happening. So ever since I started taking hormone replacement, the issues that I have had with my ADHD and have serious issues with rejection sensitivity. Those have really been balanced out and diminished. Are they gone? No, but they have been greatly diminished. So, the plan, well, okay, not the plan, but like for years, Bohemian Awakenings has been a very consistent dream of and a very consistent idea of what I want to have as a business. And I've always wanted it to be, the classes and the experiences from my own Bohemian Awakenings, the nature immersion and the movement medicine and all of the eccentric things I do, like the tub, the bathtub, the outdoor bathtub. And I used to have a class that was called Shava, and it really started to gear up, and then COVID hit, so nobody could come to the class. But I've been very consistent in what I've really, really, really wanted to do, not just thought would be cool. And I have built on it. I can go back into all of my pictures and my old posts and see that I have built foundations for these to be able to come back, because I've always known that this is what I want to do. I knew that this is what I wanted to do in my latter years, okay? And I knew that this practice probably and this business would not be as significant if I didn't have real experience and real wisdom and more knowledge than I did then, right? And since then, I have gone through and maneuvered losing my mother and everything that comes along with death and grievance and such. And I have gone through learning about my ADHD. I have gone through completely like uprooting from one situation to the other. I have the experience of my weight gain and then my weight loss and how that has affected my life. And the lessons that I've gotten out of that. And now with perimenopause and hormonal dysregulation, and learning so intensely about it so I could make sure that I could advocate for myself and get on the right medications, I kind of now feel as if I am in a situation of really being able to understand and know things to be able to share them with other people. Real firsthand experience. And with the hormones comes the light of passion and excitement and drive that I haven't had. I haven't had this in years. I have not had this in years. I've wanted it. I've known that it was there, but I haven't had it. And I've been trying so badly to grab at it. And my mom used to say, fake it till you make it. But you can only fake it so much. And it's really hard. It's really, really hard. But now I understand. I understand myself. I understand how to be able to manage things a whole lot better. And I'm just really super excited. So what I have been doing, this is my game plan. And, some people will say, disappear for 6 months, work on yourself, and then come up triumphant. No, what I know I need accountability. I am a person that needs accountability. I'm a person that needs lists. I need a roadmap, and that is what I have done. And I told Matt very distinctly, I'm like, give me a couple of months, and I'm going to be hitting the ground so fast, you're not even going to know I hit you. So over the last couple months, I intentionally have been consuming copious amounts of information regarding advertising and business building and also Facebook, social platform in general, monetization, and how to work with that. You know, a lot of people say, oh, you've got to get passive income. I feel like Facebook is one of those things that I can really capitalize on, because I don't like Instagram and I don't like TikTok. And so many people say, oh, everything is in Instagram and ooh, everything is in TikTok. But what I have really learned is that my demographic of people, the people that are in my generation, the Gen X to or not Gen X. Is it Gen X? Yeah, the Gen X to the Zennial, and I'm considered a Zennial. I will be very proud of that, because I am a on the fence generation. We tend to stick to Facebook because it's what we know and it's where we're comfortable, and that's the demographic of people that I'm talking to. And yes, maybe some millennials, because they will be coming into the stages of life that I'm trying to help manage. But in my learning about ADHD and in my learning about perimenopause and hormone disruption and everything like that, being able to learn about it in myself and then finding the solutions, I'm very, very, very passionate and excited, and I really just want to advocate for that. And I've always, well, not always, well, all of the things that I've always done, like nature immersion and all of the practices that I've done and tried to create with Bohemian Awakenings, really have come out of the fact that I was trying to find ways to naturally regulate myself in the chaos of my not understanding what ADHD was, or then, of course, with hormone dysregulation. And I feel like they fit so beautifully. And so I had started a group, a support group for perimenopause women who are ADHD. And so that group is kind of like a local group, like West Michigan kind of local group. It's only got like 100 people or whatever. But in learning about all of these things and then connecting with the women, then they're interested in doing these practices. So then it beautifully is complemented by the things that I am offering with Bohemian Awakenings. So, but then I also started learning about how to monetize Facebook, and I want to be able to do that. So I created a Facebook page, which is, instead of it being like a local group, it's also, it can, be worldwide. Not that I intend to be worldwide or expect to be worldwide, but it can be. And so the plan is to create a community within this perimenopause and ADHD group that's local, and being able to educate and support and relate, and just be there for women in this community, and be able to then translate that over to my business, Bohemian Awakenings, but then also try to utilize the page of perimenopause and ADHD and try to monetize in a greater scale with that. We'll see how that goes. This is all, I have steps in place. The very, very first step is I need to have henna gatherings, because being in front of people and networking is the most important. And the network of people that I had before, as far as my makeup and beauty industry, is not the network of people that I want. And so I kind of have to start from scratch. But that's okay. Because I can do it. Last night, I networked the crap out of things, and I wasn't even intending to do that. So I'm super excited about that. So if you have been kind of wondering, like, what the hell, because you've probably seen in the last week, I have just been posting videos like nobody's business. If you're on my Bohemian Awakenings page, or if you're on the other group page, you'll be like, what the hell has gotten into her? She's got a little bit. Well, I'm going to try and take a piece of this pie with the monetization of that Facebook page, but also be able to utilize it to create a community and get deeper relationships with people that are here, in this local community. So I can start bringing them the practices that I absolutely know and love. So, So that's what's going on. Yes, I've gone crazy, but now in a completely different way. And I'm excited. It's going to be a little bit of a slow thing. I have to build it over the winter because, um, I also have taken a part-time job at Montague Tree Farm. Not part-time, it's full-time, for the season. So the next 6 to 8 weeks, I'm going to be working there as their florist, which is going to be a lot of fun and allow me to, again, network. I get to be creative and, you know, and work with things that I'm good at working with. So, I told Matt, I'm like, I am done trying to do the 9 to 5 bullshit. That I am not built for that. I am not meant to be the person that works under fluorescent lights and becomes miserable and is beat down by other people. I'm not that person. I tried that with Meyer. That was bust. It was fun for a minute and a half, but then it went to shit pretty quick. I'm not that person. I'm a creative person, and I need to always be doing something and have my ADHD stimulated, but in a productive way. So yeah, so that's what's going on. And what's going to wind up happening is you're going to start seeing me doing a lot of content dump and a lot of like videos, just random videos. I'm going to try and keep them as within my circle of what it is that I really want to say. Dealing with ADHD and symptoms, I'm not going to touch too much on medication because I don't take medication for it, and it's not that I don't advocate for it, but I also, for me, I just don't want to take it. So I won't touch too much on medications, but that doesn't mean that can't start a dialogue between other people. I'll also be talking about perimenopause and all of the things that I've learned about estrogen and progesterone. I will be talking about medications there, but of course I will be making sure to have a preface that says, I am not a doctor. Talk to your doctor first. Do not use this as medical, whatever. So I can kind of keep myself safe, but sharing the things that I know, because I didn't know any of this stuff, and I had to go through at least 6 months of really digging, and I'm a smart person. I'm a fairly intelligent and intuitive person, and it took a lot to uncover the things that I needed to know because my doctors didn't have any information for me. So I want to be able to share that. And then I also want to be able to share, okay, well, before I knew that I was ADHD, these are the practices, and these are the things that I would do, and these are the bohemian things that I would do, and here's my eccentricities, and here I want to inspire. That's the biggest thing. Everybody talks about, or a lot of people talk about, how there's influencers nowadays. I hate that. I hate that word. I hate that so much. Influencers. No, I don't want to be an influencer. You know what I want to be? I want to be an inspirationalist. I want to be a person that is able to say, this is what I've done. These are some of the weird things that I have tried, and this works for me. Maybe you could try something like this. And yes, maybe it does influence, but I want to inspire because I don't want people to have to do exactly what I do. I want them to utilize what I've done and use it as a launching point for themselves. So anyways, there's a lot of different things out there for me to be able to talk about. So you're going to notice me really doing a lot of video dumps. This is a very uncomfortable thing for me. Making this video is a little uncomfortable, but I'm trying to push past my comfort zones because you can't if you're trying to do this. It's very, very, very simple. It's stupid simple how you can make money making videos and content, but it's also complex. You have to understand algorithms. You have to understand where you're posting and when you're posting, and that can get a little bit tricky, but I am learning, and I'm doing it as quickly as I can. So, I know I should have been doing this earlier, in the last couple of years, but, it's never too late, right? So if you see me posting a whole shitload of stuff, please do me a favor. Even if you don't watch it, would you please like it or put a comment or share it or something, because what has to happen in order for me to be able to monetize this is that it has to start getting the hits, right? It has to start getting views. So if you click on it and you watch it even for 2 seconds, it still registers that it's viewed. So in helping that way, even just by the views, because I learned kind of that likes and comments really do boost, but the views are what's the most important. Even just clicking on it, letting it run for a second, and then clicking off if it's not really something that you're interested in will help me. This all seems very disingenuous. Doing video content, just all like random stuff, it just seems very strange for me. And it does feel, I don't know, it feels weird, but I think it's because it's my generation. But then I see people of my generation doing this and making shitloads of money, and it's real money. It's not just BS money. So I'm going to try to learn this as best I can between Facebook and YouTube. I might add on some Instagram. I do have an Instagram account, although the parameters for Instagram are different than Facebook, and I don't necessarily know that I have the brain space to be able to fluidly switch between the two. But as I get better and things get bigger, maybe that'll be a thing. But I'm just going to stick to Facebook with the 3 to 4 minute reels, and YouTube with videos like this that are, that are longer. And because I tend to be a little bit more long-winded, and I can post on YouTube, and then I can post that on my page if people want to see the full discussion or the full length of whatever I want to say instead of these little 3-minute snippets. I've also learned about a couple of editing apps that are very helpful for that too, but those require money, and I'm not going to put any money into anything right now just because I already have a lot of foundational stuff, so I'm going to use what I have right now. So anyways, if you were wondering what was going on, that is it. And I'm very excited, but also I'm just so happy that I advocated for myself and I learned what I needed to learn, and I made, because it was dark. And I made it sound and look like I was doing okay. My mom taught me how to fake it till I make it really, really well. But I cannot tell you the darkness and the holes that I went into that I could not claw myself out of, and the shame and the guilt that I felt for not having the energy or the passion or the desire or just the physical energy to help my husband in this huge, huge venture that we're doing. I mean, we moved here, and I'm in the throes of perimenopause, and I am just in a depressive hole, and this poor man is busting his ass, and I'm working my ass off too, don't get me wrong, but not in the same capacity that I should have been. And I've just felt so very bad about not being able to show up for him the way that I knew I needed to, but also the way I knew that I could. And now he said multiple times, he's like, Jesus, the last couple of months, it's like you've been trying to make up for the last year, and the last year and a half, I've been getting projects done and getting things done, and I'm finishing my lists, and it's been fantastic. So I will advocate hormone replacement therapy and ADHD awareness to the day I die. And I don't have girls, but I will educate my daughter-in-laws and my granddaughters and anybody who will listen to me, because I don't want them to feel like I felt. I'm not a depressed person, but that was a fucking hole, and I'm not in it anymore. So anyways, that's what's going on with me. Please reach out if you want to. And if you see a whole bunch of crazy ass video dumps and stuff like that, just know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get my piece of the pie and build something that is much more intentional. So yeah. So that's it. I love you. Thank you for listening. 20 minutes, goodness. But thank you for listening, and thank you for caring. And we'll see you out there, okay? Bye.